What's happening, guys? Today we're doing a review of the European Music Awards, which just aired in London. We are going to go through the performances, the awards, and the general entertainment of the show, and I'm going to tell you what I thought of it. This is all my opinion, completely my opinion of who I thought deserved the awards and the best performances and the worst. And then I'll generally give it a score and see what I thought of the show. If you like the video, give me a big thumbs up and a subscribe. I will probably be doing exactly the same thing for the American Music Awards, which are next week. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you actually enjoyed the video and you want to see more. Also, let me know in the comments below what your favourite performances were and who you think should have won the awards. With that all said, let's go. So first off, we're going to be talking about the awards. Now, I'm only going to go through the awards that were actually aired on TV, not the ones that were shown off screen. So the awards that were on TV that we're going to be discussing today are Best Song, Best Hip Hop Artist, Best Video, Best Alternative Artist, Best Pop, and Best Artist of the Year. Out of all the awards, there was actually none that I would have chosen to be the winners, so that makes things a little bit interesting. So the nominees for Best Song were Rockabye by Clean Bandit, Nothing Holding Me Back by Shawn Mendes, Shape of You by Ed Sheeran, Despacito by Louis Fonsi, Wild Thoughts by DJ Khaled. This is probably the one that I disagreed most with out of all the winners tonight. The winner was actually There's Nothing Holding Me Back by Shawn Mendes. Now, I personally think it should have been Despacito or Shape of You, mainly Despacito. That song was literally the song of the year worldwide, and it was just a crazy song. It just broke records, billions of views, it was just everywhere. So really that should have been the song of the year, I think, and if not that, then definitely Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. Shawn Mendes, I don't know, Nothing Holding You Back was a good song. I'm not saying anything against that, I just don't think it was the song of the year. So anyway, that's what happened there. Best Hip Hop, there was Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Post Malone, Drake, and Future. Now out of all of these, the one artist that hasn't done anything this year has been Eminem, apart from literally yesterday when he dropped his new song. He won Best Hip Hop Artist. Overall, I think Eminem is probably the best hip hop artist, but definitely not of the last year. I would have given the award to Kendrick because I feel like he's had a pretty big year. He had his new album, Damn, which was very critically acclaimed, and Humble, which was a very big hit for him. I think Kendrick should have got it, especially since Eminem hasn't really done much this year. And actually, funny enough, Eminem even said when he was accepting his award, I'm not sure how I got this, I haven't had an album out in over 3 years. So when the artist is winning the award and not sure how they got it, you know something's up. Best Video, so they were between the Foo Fighters for Run, Taylor Swift, Look What You Made Me Do, Kyle with I Spy, Katy Perry, Bon Appetit, and Kendrick Lamar, Humble. So the winner for this one was Kendrick Lamar with Humble. I don't get that because I'm not saying it was a bad video, but Kendrick should have won Best Hip Hop out of everything. That's what he should have won, not Best Video. I think Best Video should have went to Taylor Swift, Look What You Made Me Do. Not only did that shatter records as well, it was a very, very good video. It was just so big and so, not different as such, but it was a real, it really brought you back to what music videos used to be, and they've kind of lost that now, and she threw it right back and really delivered. Kendrick, his video is fine, I'm not saying it wasn't, I just think Look What You Made Me Do should have got it. Next award was Best Alternative Artist. Now, I'm not a very big alternative fan. I'm not too sure about who should have got this, but the nominees were Lana Del Rey, 30 Seconds to Mars, Imagine Dragons, Lorde, and the XX, who I've never heard of before. So the winner for this award was actually 30 Seconds to Mars. As I said, I don't really listen to alternative artists. I would have picked Lorde because I personally love Lorde, and I think she had the album of the year with Melodrama. It was perfect. I think she probably should have got it, by my opinion. I thought Imagine Dragons and 30 Seconds to Mars even were a bit more rock category, so I'm not sure why they're nominated. But Lana Del Rey I also thought was very popular with the alternative scene, so I would have picked either her or Lorde to get the award. But 30 Seconds to Mars got it, so like I said, I don't really know much about it, so I'm happy with that. Next one was Best Pop. Now these were between, and I'm sorry if I pronounced her last name wrong, Camila Cabello, Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus, Shawn Mendes, and Taylor Swift. Now, apart from Look What You Made Me Do, Taylor Swift hadn't done too much this year. Miley Cyrus's album wasn't too much of a big hit. Demi Lovato had pretty good success with Sorry Not Sorry and her album Tell Me You Love Me. Shawn Mendes, well, he's been pretty big and consistent. And Camila Cabello, and Camila Cabello. Well, I think she had a pretty big year too, especially with Havana, which went #1 in the UK. I'm not sure if any of the other songs did, but I just know Havana did. Anyway, Camila got the award for Best Pop, and I'm really happy for her, so I think she deserved it. Yeah, she really has gone on her own and has had quite a successful solo career in the last year with Crying in the Club and Havana especially, and she doesn't even have an album out yet, so I think she's done pretty good for herself, and I'm happy that she won Best Pop. So the best artist of the year was another one that I was kind of in debate over. The nominees were Kendrick Lamar, Ariana Grande, Ed Sheeran, Miley Cyrus, Shawn Mendes, and Taylor Swift. Now, out of all of these people, you can automatically probably cross off Miley Cyrus. Nothing against her, it's just the others had a bigger year. I also probably would get rid of, this is just personally, Taylor Swift, because I don't think she had a full big year compared to some of them. So the best artist of the year went to Shawn Mendes, which I actually really disagree with. Apart from there's something holding me back, I don't think his year was actually pretty significant. Especially when Ed Sheeran was around. Now, Divide, when it came out, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong with a few numbers, but his whole album debuted within the top 20 of the UK official charts. I'm pretty sure he occupied the top 8 or 9 positions of the top 10. That album has just lasted throughout the entire year. Shape You was a massive hit, Castle on the Hill, now perfect. He's toured. I just really think Ed Sheeran should have got Artist of the Year, and I'm not actually even an Ed Sheeran fan. He actually quite annoys me. I appreciate his talent, but his music's just not for me. But I definitely think out of all of them artists, he was the Artist of the Year. And if it wasn't him, then I would have given it to probably Kendrick Lamar. Shawn Mendes wouldn't have even crossed my mind. So now we're on to what is supposed to be the entertainment of the night, which is the performances. Now, I didn't think any were sensational. No one really left me speechless for a start. There was a couple good ones and a couple not so good ones. So it was a hit and miss, I think. Eminem opened the show with Walk on Water, and he had Skylar Grace in the chorus. Beyonce wasn't there. I think Eminem's performance was good. It was a really nice debut of his new song, and he presented it flawlessly. Like, he's perfect at rapping. We all know this. It would have been nice to see Beyonce there, but Skylar Grey did a fine job singing the chorus. Eminem opened the show, and he started like a little cafe scene, which was pre-recorded. Then he walked out onto the stage, and it was a good performance. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Next was Liam Payne with Strip That Down. Now this song certainly has a lot more oomph to it. With the studio version, I didn't think the live version was anything great, and he didn't sound too good. He didn't do much. I didn't like the performance. It was my worst performance of the night. I'm sorry, guys. I love the song. I just didn't think Liam actually delivered well. I actually gave it a 4 out of 10. The next one was Camila Cabello with Havana. She sounded great. The visuals were fantastic, and yeah, it was a really good delivery of her song. And it's a massive hit, that song, especially in the UK. And I gave her performance a 6.5 out of 10. Demi Lovato was next with Sorry Not Sorry and Tell Me You Love Me. I'm getting pretty sick of Sorry Not Sorry. We've been hearing it since June. Let It Go. And Tell Me You Love Me was nice, and her vocals were flawless as usual. I also gave her a 6 out of 10. Rita Ora then sang Your Song and her new single Anywhere. I think she sounded great, and her stage production was awesome, and I gave her a 6.5. Shawn Mendes was next with There's Nothing Holding You Back. Now, this one's probably going to get some debate. I didn't think he sounded very good. It was very screechy and screamy. I gave him a 5 out of 10. I like the song. I don't think he presented it too well. It's a bit old too now. He's been singing that song since April, so move on. Clean Bandit was next, and they had a 3-song set with Symphony, I Miss You, and Rockabye. Each song was really short. The vocals of all 3 artists, Julia Michaels, Zara Larsson, and Anne-Marie, sounded great. I don't think they should have done 3 songs. There wasn't enough of the song. As soon as you got into it, it was the next song, and it was a bit disjointed and messy, but the vocals were good, and I liked the songs. But I gave them a 6 out of 10. U2 was next, and along with the Killers, who were a bit further on in the show, I gave them both a 7. It was nice to see some old bands come back. I'm not familiar with both of their music entirely, especially I didn't know any of these songs, and they were performing better than some of these new guys, so it really just shows your difference. I'm not saying the new people are bad, I'm just saying it was nice to throw it back a bit and have some old school true performances. French Montana sung Unforgettable. I thought it was actually pretty good. He sounded good and I liked the song. The stage was good too. They had fire going everywhere like this. And I gave him a 7.5. Finally, there was Kesha with her song Learn to Let Go. Now to me, this was my performance of the night. I thought it was sung great. She had a lot of energy. I liked the visuals, elements with it, and I actually liked the song and the message behind it. I gave her a 8 as well, tied with Eminem, but I just think she gave a bit more to it, and it was good to see Kesha back, and she just really actually rocked out. Kesha was my performance of the night, and Liam Payne was my worst of the night. I'm sorry to all of you fans out there. I really like his song. I just didn't think he delivered, and I think Kesha was fantastic. So the final part of the award show is just the general everything else, so I'm just calling it entertainment. First thing we'll talk about is the host and the jokes. So Rita Ora hosted tonight. I think she actually did a pretty good job. She was confident, she was chirpy, she looked good, she had a lot of outfit changes, and she was pretty entertaining. The jokes of the night were terrible. I didn't laugh once, and a lot of them were cringeworthy. So a lot of these award shows always miss the jokes. I guess it just depends on what you find funny, but I didn't laugh once. Stage and production to me was the best thing of the night. So the whole arena floor was just one stage for the performers to be on, and it had like LCD screens underneath. The lighting was fantastic, the staging was awesome, floor panels that went up and down, and I really liked it. So all the sets were great. To me, that was hands down the most entertaining and best part of the night, was the stage and production. The running time and pacing was another thing. The running time felt a bit shorter. I don't know how long it actually went for. Other years I watch these shows and they drag on and on and on. This one actually was pretty decent. It didn't feel too long. The pacing was, I don't know, a bit off. It took 20 minutes for the first award to be presented, and it was kind of, you know, they could have sped it up a little bit. There was just gaps of jokes that didn't need to be there and stuff. And then we get to the intermissions and fillers, I'm calling it, the bit between the awards and the songs. It's like Rita Ora or other people that are like staged, they know what they're going to say type thing, little skits as such. I didn't really like them. I thought they were loud and annoying, and they didn't really add much to the show. They were just talking to people. Some people just sounded really drunk, and to me it was just a filler that didn't need to be there. And then we had the presenters. I didn't think any of them did a bad job. I didn't think any of them did a great job. They presented the awards like they should. There was no big significant names that I'm aware of, but they presented the awards, and that was good. So overall, I think the EMAs this year, from memory, were probably better than last year. The performances were all generally just average to a bit better than average. There was no terrible ones, but there was no exceptional ones. The awards, like I said, I didn't agree with generally all of the winners, but that's not to say that they didn't deserve it. I think the nominees were pretty much right. I just think the wrong winner got the award. But that's completely opinion too. Overall, I think the show was good. I give it probably just a 5 out of 10 actually. Nice half. It wasn't terrible, wasn't exceptional. I didn't really find myself bored, but I also wasn't enthralled and loving it. That was my review and kind of reaction of the EMAs, which have just aired in London. Hope you like it. Let me know in the comments below what your performance of the night was and who you think should have won Best Song and Artist of the Year. Do you agree with me, or do you agree that Shawn Mendes should have won? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.